explanation about the Rehabilitation Center and about my mission and the mission of the Rehabilitation Center with Archie, because it is a really long experience between us and we more than 3 years together, especially in solidarity actions. As all of us know, there are ongoing discussion about next political phase in light of President Trump and UN Security Council Resolution 2803. But the priorities for its implementation remain unclear, whether it be disarmament, reconstruction, aid delivery, or something else. Despite concerns about this plan, including potential separation of Gaza Strip from West Bank, the priority remains ending the war and saving civilians. Therefore, we hope to build upon it in a way that achieves the following. Number one, a complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza Strip, where they currently occupy more than 53% of Gaza Strip, resulting in concentration of more than 2 million people in the remaining 47%, about 170 square kilometers. Number two, stop genocide. As the Humanitarian Rights Monitor announced on November 1st, 2025, that Israel continued the genocide in Gaza, but at least noisy pace and with a new methodology based on violating the ceasefire deal, which leads to killing about 10 persons per day. Number three, identifying the bodies of Palestinian martyrs. According to the prisoner exchange agreement, the number of bodies received from the Israeli side reached 350 bodies, but only 90 bodies were identified due to the lack of capacity necessary to complete this process. It is important to remember that more than 10,000 persons remain missing under the rubble and will not be identified as long as the necessary resources are not available. This will cause to continue more suffering for their families and loved ones. Number four, respecting the humanitarian protocol during the previous truce, which relates to entry of 608 trucks per day, while the average number of trucks that enter Gaza daily since the ceasefire was announced on October 10 was only 171, of which 17 were aid trucks and the rest were for Palestinian and Israeli private sectors. Therefore, we must imagine the harsh reality of daily life for the people of Gaza Strip, all of whom live below the poverty line and depend on humanitarian aid from organizations working in Gaza. 5. Rehabilitation of the wanted. As 1/3 of the wanted out of total number of 170,000 persons, they need medium and long-term rehabilitation programs according to the Palestinian Authority sources. Number 6, medical evacuation of patients. World Health Organization announced on November 10, 2025, the death of 900 patients as a result of delays in medical evacuation for treatment abroad. And 16,500 patients are still waiting for approval to travel. Need of evacuation, warning that any delay for critical cases is a death sentence. Number 7, protecting the children. As the Ministry of Health and World Health Organization announced on November 18, 2025, Gaza Strip faces the highest rate of impunity children compared to their population, with their number reaching 5,000 children. Number 8, rebuilding the knowledge and education system. In particular, first, restoring the educational system to full operation, as approximately 650,000 students are currently of the regular education system in kindergartens, schools, and universities. Due to the destruction of most educational facilities and the use of remainder as shelters, it is crucial to develop educational programs that can address the educational, psychological, and social issues that students have suffered and continue to suffer as a result of the war. Second, uniting Palestinian families in shelters that provide the minimum basic needs and privacy necessary for them to resume their family lives normally. This will contribute to restoring the natural roles of parents, which will contribute to the emotional and cognitive development of children, who represent 51% of the population of Gaza and will shape the future of Palestinian society. Implementing these measures urgently and others, including sustainable reconstruction and creating a time-bound political path to establishment of a Palestinian state, will build a stable and secure future for the population and achieve balance between a humanitarian response and rebuilding of Palestinian society, thus ending years of suffering for Palestinians on individual and collective levels, and thus achieving peace for all. Finally, the implementation, the important question remains: can the international community play an active role in forcing Israel to implement international resolutions in order to achieve it, especially since it has failed to do so for over 75 years of conflict? Thank you very much. I hope